My name is Kasha Baxter. I live in Asheville, basically. I love North Carolina, Western North Carolina. I love the people and the friendliness and the actions that so many of my friends are involved in. I came here because a couple of those friends put this together, organized it, and I try to connect with groups that are doing heart-centered work, which to me means also the spirit. I'm basically an earth spirit person who believes that we have to connect with Mother Nature and keep her always foremost in what we do. I believe that we people are transient beings that have connections that we don't necessarily recognize, and that this kind of environment that was a gift apparently to use this beautiful space. I mean, generally when I'm meeting with other activists, you know, it's in a little meeting room or something, you know, where we're always looking for that space. And here we are in this lovely space, so it feels so right. So I want the world to be at its best behavior for my grandchildren. And right now, I mean, I expect that from them. And like people who hire me, for instance, this is an example. People who hire me for a job, generally I have to fill out a job application and I have to go through a process. And the people who make decisions about how we use our energy resources, about what we're doing, like fracking and things that are dangerous for the environment, they don't even have to fill out a job application. And they get paid enormous sums of money that goes on ad nauseum with their extended benefits when they aren't even in office. It's like the world is upside down. I want them to have to earn their jobs, you know? So to me, it's like very important that the president, anybody who wants to run for president, is actually one of the smartest, most dedicated beings, one of the most spiritually connected to all of us, because he or she is representing all of us. So, you know, I work, I am a Democrat because I'm basically independent, but, you know, with our, you know, reality check. So I'm on the state executive committee, and I did that so that I could have some influence because several of our proposals and that we want to get on are to get out of the war, for instance, are to bring our warriors home, to reuse that money, to use it for better energy, for more educational purposes, all the things that like they have in some foreign countries. I don't know if any of you have seen, there's this movie called Made in Dagenham. In 1970, women got their equal pay in England because of women going out on strike in 1968, women machinists. And that was from a Ford company. Now, since 1970, women in several of the European countries have had equal pay. And yet America is supposed to be one of the best countries to live in, and we don't have equal pay. And we still have the glass ceiling. I mean, we still have racism. I've worked with people in general most of my life. I mean, I've owned my own cab. I've done a lot of interesting things that were like male-oriented jobs. And I got a lot of flack for it. I got attacked. I got raped when I was driving semi. I got, you know, shown my place, you know. Well, my place is at the same table with every other smart person who wants to make this place safe for the next generation and the ones after that. And the way we're going now, I mean, my grandkids' kids are going to have, it's going to be phenomenal. They're not even going to be able to cope. You know, all these horrific movies they love to make that make bunches of money, that's going to be their reality. You know? And I'm determined that what I'm going to do, like I've been working with Vets for Peace, and now I'm a part of what is a Center for Peace coalition group. It's like going to be teaching about peace and doing actions or whatever connected with Veterans for Peace. And we used to do a television show. And that was one of the greatest disappointments, was that we lost public access TV here in Asheville. And we went to the county commissioners. We know some of those people. And somehow they redirected the funds, and we didn't get the funds. So a lot of really good shows, and some lousy shows. But Veterans for Peace interviewed Noam Chomsky, Howard Zinn, I mean, just everybody who, lots of folks who were just doing good things, getting the word out about what veterans really believe about war, because they've been there, they've done it. And that was really important to me. My husband's a veteran. So I was doing that as a producer. And then that got taken away. And it's scary to me that a lot of people do not know that the media, for instance, does not put out what we need to hear. They're spending all their time on like some crazy celebrities of some sort, or reality TV people. I mean, that's like has nothing to do with how you are going to live your life. You know, not in real terms. You know, not where you're going to get your food from, not how you're going to get cancer treatment, not how your health care is going to be provided. You know, all of the really important issues are not being put out in the news, except maybe Democracy Now! And Global Report is a good place. I mean, there are, thank God for alternate news, and the internet has a lot of good stuff. But that's, you know, that's not enough, because we're not getting, we're at a tipping point in history with the environment, with health control, with people having power that did not earn that power because they deserve it, because they want what's best for everybody.
So what do you hope will come out of this particular?
Coalition building, connections, a stronger net, so that if someone falls, they can be picked up, or they won't hit the ground. You know, I can get bruised, you know, but I can pick myself up. And I want other people who want to get involved to have access, to know that, you know, somebody's accountable.
So you came here seeking solutions to problems?
Seeking, yes. Yeah, that would be grand. If where there are solutions, if I can like get plugged in, help out. You know, it takes a lot to be an advocate. You know that. You know, it wears people out, and we keep getting burned out. But there's a couple of things. I want people to know how boards work. I really wish people would pay more attention to that. That's why so many of these financial fat cats were able to stay on their board, in their companies, because they own the boards basically. So nobody is being accountable. I want accountability, and people here are accountable. So one, I come here to nourish my soul, because I'm with people who believe also in transparency and care about the world, and on a level that I do. So I'm just grateful to meet you, for instance, and what you've done.
Yeah, we're going to be friends.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. You're always invited to our home in Woodfin.
And Tryon, yes.
Thank you.
All right. So I'm keeping these interviews short so that we can have little segments for people to, you know, sing their heart songs. So do you have a website by any chance?
Well, we have jameslattimore.com is my husband, and I also do some writing on it. But,
how do you spell Lattimore?
Lattimore. Thank you for asking, one T. And also there's veteransforpeace.org. I believe it's veteransforpeace099.org. And
is that the local chapter?
That's our local chapter, right, yeah.
So the friends that you
And I'm on Facebook, Kasha Baxter at Facebook.
Kasha.
And I've got the Asheville flash mob for peace and justice. I've got a lot of folks signed up for that and who have the authority to post stuff and, be administrators and stuff. So,
Do you have anything that you're working on right now?
A wonderful event is going to be happening, the International Day of Peace. I'm organizing it with about 4 or 5 other people, and we're going to be having it from like 4:30 till about 8:30. But now we're getting lots of musicians involved, so it might even go just a wee bit longer.
This is September 21st?
This is September 21st. And one person started this. One person from Nagasaki, I believe, actually started this years ago, and we're trying to get a proposal from the city saying that we don't want nuclear weapons, that we want this to be a peace zone, and we're having a little trouble getting the mayor to sign on to it. So we're going to be having petitions there so folks can sign on and get the county and the city councils to agree to have Asheville be a peace town.
Was this organized by Mayors for Peace?
Yes, actually, that's one of the organizing tools that we were using. We had originally a proposal from them, but we've altered it to fit our specific needs here in Western North Carolina and the Asheville area. So it's going to be great. I mean, we've got a clerics council from NAIF, which is a mountain area international forum of clerics from different churches. So we're going to have, I think, about 6 or 7 representatives from there. We have John here come in, who's the president of was the president of the National Veterans for Peace. He's going to be speaking. We've got, like, the first hour is going to be for youth, so we're going to have lots of youth activities, new games, and there's pinwheels for peace, and we're going to have these great big huge canvas or papers so people can write down and draw whatever they feel about peace. We're asking people to bring blankets and picnics and bubbles, and
where
just
will
make
this
it
be?
a fun thing. It's going to be right at the mall. We're going to have the new place right in front, the new park right in front. It's called Pack Square, basically.
Right.
But it is the new fountain and stuff. But we'll have the fountain off. We've got wonderful musicians, just wonderful musicians that are going to be. Some of them are going to be premiering their works, and lots of prayerful moments as well. And we're going to be releasing doves. And then after that, the louder music is going to happen, because doves don't like loud music, so we have to have it kind of quieter until then, until they're released. And the proposal is going to be read, the proposition to be read by veterans from the VFP, the local VFP chapter. So it's going to be a mix of intense, dialogue and presentations and fun. And so altogether, it'll be a good event. So everybody should come and fill the square.
And will you have tables so that people like me can bring our...
We are absolutely having tables, and we're also going to have T-shirts. We've got a great banner that's made up, and we're going to be having T-shirts that are going to be available also, and people are contributing towards the cause. And this is going to be a yearly event. Last year it was like an hour. This year it's 3 hours, really 4. And who knows, maybe by next year. I mean, there's also some affiliated things that are happening at different churches. The Baha'i and the Unitarians are doing something.
So do you have a plan in case the weather is bad?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We're going to be stepping inside either one of 2 churches. We haven't determined which one yet, but that there is a backup plan.
Sounds great.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for asking.
Yeah.